Hi everyone, Bandanner here, and welcome back to the monthly WARNO tournament from SD League. Today we are with Razzmann over on the left in blue, playing as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers, and over on the right in red we have Jasp playing as the 2nd Infantry Division. Obviously Razzmann hiding behind a different name, so when he fails miserably he has an excuse. That's his cope already there, ready to go. For anyone who is new to the channel and doesn't understand the banter between me and Razzmann, I should point out that the deck's name that he's currently playing as is something like Bandanner Sucks. So, if you're wondering why I want him to lose, that's part of the reason. Let's have a look at what Jasp has down over here. So, 2nd British Infantry, obviously we've got SAS heading up here, just 2 down that side, heading into solid defensive positions. 3 down over here, quite aggressively pushing in there, but still fairly defensive outside Alpha. Jäger Aufkul moving up to that building there. Jäger Aufkul this side heading over to that area. Command vehicle heading into there. And then here we have a spread of units. We have a couple of units which are going to be a command and probably the Milan. And I assume the arm rifles and the warrior are going over here to deploy, along with the tracked rapier. Where is the M48 going? That's also... he's going quite heavy to Alpha at the moment. Over at the other side of the map, got quite a spread for Razzmann as well. Over here we have 2 FS Jäger and FS Milan 2 heading up here. We have a Jäger Aufkul heading up there. We have a Lux heading over this way. We have a bunch of Milan 2s and FS Jäger heading into various positions. Ooh, pushing in here where those FS, or the Jäger Aufkul, sorry, are going from the other side. And we've got some Scorpions pushing up here quite aggressively. Recon Chopper just heading up to the center. We've got a bunch of units at the back here. Flieger Force, a Leopard 1F5, and Sicherungs just sort of spreading out in here. Again, being quite aggressive pushing out there. Got a command heading into this point, and then a Gepard which is heading up towards this point as well. Both players going for a bit of a split. Let's reset ourselves. We're on the old version of this map, not the dual version. So this is usually the pattern emerges that Delta goes to red and Alpha goes to blue in this particular situation, and we're kind of seeing that panning out. But at the same time, Razzmann is being quite aggressive up there. I think the first proper fight is going to happen down here though. These SAS going to engage on these... oh, that Milan 2 is really far forward there. SAS retreating. The Fox is able to fire from behind. Obviously, the Fox will be at risk from that Milan 2. Yep, there it goes. Wasn't expecting that to last long. Milan 2 further back going for these Bedford trucks. Now, in terms of actual forces, the SAS should be good here. He is, however, moving these SAS round the bottom. The ones in the building obviously coming under a lot of fire. And there are Scorpions on the way, which may cause issues here. Depends where the Scorpions go and if they get redirected. Those Warrior Milans coming in there. Oh, there's 3 Warrior Milans coming in, or 3 Warriors in total. Scorpions able to fire across there. Scorpions versus the Warrior Milan. Warrior Milan doing an alright job there. Warrior Milan here laying down some fire along with the other warriors. He's put down a couple more warriors since we last looked. Good supporting fire from the M48 there. The warriors also opening up. Although this side need to be careful of that Milan and the Leo 1A5 pushing in. Arm rifles moving up. This little village turning into a bit of a meat grinder. One warrior goes down to the Leo 1A5. Scorpions, 2 of them still alive. That warrior is nearly dead. Warrior is struggling to get hits with the Milan. Doing a bit of damage with the autocannon though. Flieger Force and Milan 2 remain in here. All these infantry now going to move up. Oh, finally the warrior Milan wins out, manages to kill both of those scorpions. Tank goes down to the Milan too, but the arm rifles and the Jäger pushing up here. Fliegerforst will go down. A Leo 2A3 has arrived over at the other side for Razzmann. Very little in there for Jasp. He's sent a lot to the bottom, obviously. Not a lot defending right now, but a lot is being called in here to defend. The SAS at the bottom here. One squad looking a bit rough at the moment. Heimatsuchen being dropped off. Question is... Oh, a Challenger Mark II coming in as well. Milan 2s. Mobile Scouts. A Wombat, of all things. Air mobiles being called in up there in helicopters to reinforce that point. And there's a command coming in at that side. Waiting to go into the corner of that point. Lots of Panzergrenadiers and Marders coming in at the back now. It looks like Jasp is going pretty heavy to try and get into this point here. Going to be a bit of a meat grinder in that town. Up here, not a lot of movement. Obviously, Jasp has called in some reinforcements now. Do see some mortars coming in at the back there and some Sicherungs. Oh, some exchanging going on down here. That Leo 105 doing a decent job just picking stuff off. Saxon was lost and a supply has also been destroyed. That Challenger 2 needs to get up in the face of that Leo 105 and kill it. But it's not doing that at the moment. It's sitting back. Air mobiles have arrived at the top there. Fox is on the way and some Jäger Aufkul. Milan 2 coming in as well by the looks of it. Anything else coming in down here? Another supply truck to replace the destroyed one. Very little long-range support in here at the moment. The Leo 105. And is the Milan 2 actually got any missiles left? It doesn't. It is completely depleted. Resupply is on the way, though. And more infantry on the way there. It's going to be well defended by the time Jasp tries to move in, I think. Mortar here. What's it firing at? He's going for smoke. He's going for the smoke tactic. To smoke and then move your command in. Bit of a cheese tactic, Razzmann. Bit of a cheese tactic for a tournament game. It's a very strong tactic in WARNO. In Wargame, you tended to use this type of stuff, but it wasn't quite as strong. The way smoke works and how long it lasts and things like that in WARNO make this tactic extremely strong. Because you can move the command around without losing your cap in WARNO. Like if you call artillery in on this, but you smoke a large enough area, you can move the vehicle around, which makes it exceptionally strong. You can actually get into a situation where you cannot kill the command, because even if you send units in, it's nearly impossible to see other units within the smoke. So it becomes very, very difficult to kill commands. Cluster Bomber is coming in here, but Razzmann... Oh, he does get the kill on it. I'm impressed. Razzmann is good at microwing. He was already moving it out the way. I'm surprised that got the kill. I expect we're going to see that happen again shortly, though. The meat grinder commences in the forest down here. Panzergrenadiers and FS Jäger engaging on the Heimatsuchen. A Fox pushing around the back here. That Heimatsuchen is routed. Now the problem with the Heimatsuchen is they lose their cohesion really quickly. really quickly. As you can see, you've got routed ones. The ones that can fire won't be doing any damage, because once you lose your cohesion, you're basically shooting in the air and not actually the enemy. So they're not in a good way. Fox has been destroyed at the back there. Yeah, that's not great down there, unfortunately, for Jasp. Well held by Razzmann. He simply has better units. Up at the top here, we do see there's a lot more in here now for Jasp. Really, Jasp needs to force Razzmann away from this corner, or he's just going to use the smoke tactic again, I think. Currently, Razzmann is behind on points, and he needs to gain points, so he will try and get a command back in there, I'm sure. Artillery in now for Jasp, hitting the infantry here. 175mm artillery, so doing a huge amount of damage with each drop of a shell. Obviously, significantly damaged a couple of those squads of infantry. The problem for the Heimatsuchen is they will be low cohesion for quite a long time. It takes a long time for that to recover. Military police can help with that, I believe. But not sure he will have any in his deck. Heimatsuchen coming in at the top as well. Aeromobiles coming in there, being attacked by the Lux there. So that should have given away the position of the Lux. Rocket attack coming in for the CV at the back, and the CV is dead. That's the Lux able to see that. Well spotted by the Lux. He's another CV coming in, and there goes the smoke from Razzmann. He's going to do the same thing again. A little bit stalemated down here now. Some badly damaged squads of infantry on this side. The other side is repaired, but Heimatsuchen, low cohesion. And there goes the smoke, and there comes another command. Leo 203 is good cover, by the way, at the back of that point. And there it is. +2 to Razzmann once more. Two 175mm artillery pieces in now. One of them is going for the Leo. The other is trying to hit the command at the back there, but Razzmann keeping a close eye on it. His micro is very good. Oh, that's some fun positioning there from Razzmann. Look at that. Got his tanks and the Marders in here. Able to fire across at the forest from this side. Look at them tear apart that Heimatsuchen squad. Nice positioning. Very nice. Can't fault that. Very nice positioning. Over at the other side, smoke still going down. The command is obviously still alive, waiting to go back in. But he capped that point completely because obviously Jasp lost his commander. So it was actually +4 for a while there, and it's allowed Razzmann to take over. Now Razzmann will move his command back in. SAS were sent up on their own. There's obviously a lot of forces here for Razzmann. He's very concentrated. And the Gepard there being used as anti-infantry as well. Very strong anti-infantry if you can stop it being destroyed. Just having a look here. They get Aufkühler in the church, aren't they? Yeah, so the church has a better line of sight. It can actually be beneficial to stick the Milan 2 in the church as well, because it gets a good line of sight. 2. There's the command dead. Gets taken out by the Wombat, no less. Not quite enough smoke that time. Artillery was coming in on it as well. Over at this side, Razzmann slowly whittling down Jasp forces. Jasp bringing in a lot more units here. More warriors with arm rifles and more Heimatsuchen. Interesting enough, we zoom out. Razzmann has very little covering the back there. He's got the Sicherungs. I suppose there is potential that Jasp could try and get around the back to this point. We've seen it done in a few games. Getting around the back on this map. Smoke coming down in the corner of this point. Is that just a distraction, or is he planning to bring something into that corner? Marder's being pushed around the center here. There isn't a lot covering it from the side of Jasp, to be fair. Artillery coming in, kills the Wombat. Air Mobile not looking so hot either. Good artillery use by both players, really. Razzmann pretty good at moving his units out the way, though. More air mobiles coming in over at the top. Down here, lots of smoke gone in this corner. I do see a Saxon command coming in for Jasp. I wonder if he's going to try and do the same thing as Razzmann and try and get in the smoke. Could do with it being a bit more condensed than that. The problem is they're only 81mm mortars, so the smoke cloud isn't as big. Razzmann immediately artillerying all those warriors that are being called in. Only gets off one shot though, as I think he switched it while it had already fired quite a few. Over at this side, Razzmann pushing up with his Panzergrenadier Marders and the Marder 1A2s. Giving Razzmann more of a foothold in the corner of that point, to be fair. Gotta give it to Razzmann, he's got decent map control in this game. Fortunately, that 81mm mortar just not having the same effect. Saxon command is staying back. A Challenger command has been called in now, I think that was. Double check that. Yeah, Challenger Mark II command being called in. Here's the push from Jasp. He's going in. Now, there's not a lot in front of him, to be honest. He should be able to get into buildings here. The concern will be what hits him from this side. There is a Leo 2A3 there. Warrior there getting hit by the Leo 2A3. Artillery coming in on that point as well. Now, earlier there was a Challenger Mark II in here. It must have been destroyed at some point. I didn't even see that go the journey. HE bombers coming in. Oh, nice kills. Does some damage there. The Saxon command is moving in now. There's not a lot defending this side of the point. Now, at the same time as Razzmann's got his command in the top point, Jasp's in this one, and there's no command in here to contest. There's a lot of units down here for Razzmann. The problem is, Jasp doesn't seem to have a lot that can fire across at them, so he will keep pushing this way. He outmatches those Heimatsuchen without an issue. You can see there, they're all low cohesion. So they are just getting minced now. There's nothing they can do. They can't... I mean, they can try and fire back, but they're not going to do very much. And the Scorpion and the tanks there able to fire into the buildings in the town very effectively. Wombat trying to get shots on that Leo 2A3, but isn't going to do a lot and is missing most of the time. Challenger Mark II coming in here. Is it just going to charge in? I think it's just... Oh, it stopped. I was going to say. Now, this should get some kills, but I think it's going to get side shot here by the Leo 2A3. Surely that's an Oh, Challenger fires first. Leo firing smokes. Challenger survives. Has incoming fire from the FS Jaeger, though. We'll need to get out of there. Sultan Command at the top there, badly damaged. Cluster coming in, looking for a kill on the Leo 2A3. Cluster goes down, Leo 2A3 badly damaged. +4 currently to Jasp, but still, Razzmann slightly in the lead. Artillery coming down on that command vehicle. And he gets the kill. Does he have his own command coming in? Yes, he does. There's a Sultan Command coming in now. Razzmann taking the choice to pull all of his Jaeger back and the Panzer Grenadiers and is moving them up into the city now, or the town. Whatever you prefer to call it. A couple of squads of FS Jaeger here, just harassing, picking off what they can. Another Challenger Mark II coming in. The Challenger Mark II command is getting repaired. Razzmann in a good position here with all these infantry pushing around the back will cut off the reinforcement route. Good carpet bombing in the middle there. And quite a bit of damage to that point and the infantry in it. Artillery coming in as well. Looking for a kill on the command, I'm sure. Can he see it? No, he's artillerying buildings at the back. Haimatsuchin running into the Lux there. They are routed, so they can't actually engage it. But surely they can see it. Surely he knows that Lux is there by now. Sultan getting hit again by artillery. Stressed out, but not actually directly hit. There we go. Now it's hit. Now it's dead. Another command loss for Razzmann. He is back in this point, though. Jasp slightly ahead. It's tight. It is tight. It does feel, though, in the grand scheme of things, like Razzmann has slightly more map control. He has lost this push, though. He hasn't managed to get in and cut off the reinforcements. The Lux has properly presented itself now. Is tearing apart that Gazelle rocket. There is a tank heading its way. The meat grinder continues in this town. Arm rifles there, kind of out on their own against a lot of Razzmann's units. They're going to die. They are not surviving that. Challenger Command looks like it's being moved in again. Haimatsuchin being called in on top of it. The Leo 2A3 is fully repaired and is moving up to try and catch it. Cluster's coming in, looking for that Challenger. Cluster's down. Ooh, damage is being done. It's not dead, though. At the other side of the map, no command in for Razzmann at the moment, but there is a command, Leo 1A1A1, coming in. How many commands has Razzmann lost now? 3? Maybe 4? We'll have to have a look at the end. Jaeger Aufkall again. They're on their own. Just getting picked apart there by that infantry. Razzmann has a lot of infantry in there. Challenger and Warrior here engaging on those Panzer Grenadiers. Repaired Haimatsuchin here. Along with SAS moving in. Some of those might be fresh Haimatsuchin. The smoke's going in that top corner again. Surely Jasp knows what's coming. The Leo 1A1A1 command is rolling in there. Leo 2A3s get the kill on the Challenger Mark II. Challenger Mark II command still at the back there, getting repaired. But that Leo 2A3 in a good position here to engage both the building and also any infantry that come past in vehicles. There's the command back in the top for Razzmann, currently +2. HE Bomber coming in. We're over the halfway mark in time of this game. HE Bomber looking for a kill on the Leo. It's just carpet bombing the area. He probably can't see it. Command is moved out. And then moved straight back in. Artillery not currently hitting the mark. Does it get a last good hit? Oh, does just catch it. Does just catch it. +2 to Razzmann. Sat in that smoke. Mobile's pushing up here. I think he's going to try and push in. The problem is he's going to be shot at from multiple sides here. The Leo 2A3 is being pushed up. Artillery coming in at this side by the sounds of it. Yeah, trying to hit the infantry at that side and those buildings. I mean, Razzmann now seems to have this locked down a lot better than he did earlier. He's got plenty of infantry in the town itself. It's more about what's going to happen up here now. That command tank is dead. But currently, Razzmann with a lead in points. Leo 1F5 moving in here. Gepard moving in as well. He must have lost the other Gepard, actually. I just noticed it's missing. A bunch of M48s coming in there. And another command coming in. He has a lot of commands in this deck. A Fuchs command coming in there. Smoke going down here. Is he going to attempt to get the Challenger command in again? Moving his infantry in slowly around this side, which isn't a bad idea. They'll be going up against the Leopard, so as long as he can pump them full of anti-tank rounds, he'll stand a chance at killing them. There isn't actually any infantry there anymore for Razzmann. Lots of smoke going down there. Not a huge amount of infantry to move in, I guess. But he is going to do it. Transport goes down. SAS engaging. Currently taking a lot of fire. All those other squads need to engage on these tanks. He should be able to get side shots here as well. Tanks retreating. Realize that's a mistake. As I say, Razzmann's micro is very, very good. He will move his units about when he needs to very, very quickly. Can't fault him. Not for that. All banter aside, he is very, very micro-intensive. It's not always the way to play this game. And that's a fact, but he's very, very good at doing it when he needs to. Razzmann with a slight lead now. Challenger Mark II moving into this point. It's going to come under a lot of fire immediately when it goes in there. It's not currently smoked. Jaeger firing at it from multiple angles. It's going to die immediately before it even gets in the point. That is just... oh, an expensive loss. An expensive command. Didn't even get close. Razzmann back with a smoke up here to get his Fuchs command in. Over at the other side. Just seeing where those bombs were landing. Do miss the Heimatsuchen, but we're very close. Command back in here. Increasing the lead of Razzmann. Not a lot back here still. But Razzmann has always maintained the control of this corner of the point and then spread into the centre here. And controlling all that area has been fantastic for him. Artillery coming in on that Fuchs command. One good hit. Two good hits. It's stunned. Can they finish the job? It's trying to reverse while stunned. That's impressive. That actually started moving while stunned there. Did you see that? Wasn't that stunned? Heimatsuchen trying to push in the side here under heavy fire from the Leos. And also from the infantry in the buildings. No more commands on the way at the moment by the looks of it. Heimatsuchen pushing in though. These Heimatsuchen though are already low cohesion, some of them. And they're about to get hit by bombs. A couple of squads die immediately. Possibly more than two because it doesn't always register all of the kills if they happen at the same time. I think it was potentially more than two squads died there. Over at this side, the Fuchs command did survive. He's going to repair it and then move it back in probably. He's 100 points ahead. He should technically get the win thereabouts. It's not... It's a bit funny how it's calculated. 12 minutes left. It can all change. It's not a huge lead. Hi, Matsuchin here, just getting torn apart. Again, they're all just low cohesion immediately. And if you're very micro-intensive, and I don't know if Razzmann realizes this, but the thing to do in this situation is you just keep switching targets. So if you're engaging High Matsuchin, you fire at one till it goes red, then you switch to the next one till it goes red, and the next one till it goes red, and those units are completely useless. I mean, that Jaeger squad now, because it's been hit by artillery and the stress has gone way up, they're also useless now, and now they're stunned. But at the same time, these Jaeger, obviously very good position. These Haimatsuchin, all with low cohesion, hitting not a lot at the moment. SAS, obviously very good squad that's there, can still do a lot of damage. But it's all of these tanks that are coming in, all of these Marders. That is a lot of firepower rolling into this side for Razzmann. There is an air mobile leader coming in. Is that the leader from... No, it's a different leader, not the one that was at the top. Same command type. The problem is, where is he sending it? It's going to go straight past the Jaeger in the Milan here. Has that Jaeger got fire left? Yeah, it has one Panzer Force 5 left. This could be a game over here. Jaeger, get the kill immediately. Command is dead. 10 minutes left. Surely Jasp has a command left, though. Surely that's not all of them. He's lost 2 vehicles. He's lost 1 infantry of probably 2, I believe. And he's lost 1 tank. And there should be 2 command tanks. He should at least have 2 command challenges, I believe. I could be wrong about that. I can't remember how many's on a card off the top of my head. Usually command tanks it's 2. But the Challenger might be too high a level tank for that. Good push here by Razzmann out at this point. He's cleared up a lot of the infantry. He's just got a wall of units there. The Leo 203s are at the back. They are quite low in cohesion, but they'll still operate alright if they need to. There's a Challenger coming in there. Razzmann's command has gone back in that top point under smoke once more. Yeah, good push here from Razzmann. Clearing up a lot of stuff at that side. Up at the top there, in a reasonably good position as well. He's also pushing in with Marders and infantry. I think Jasp's in trouble here. I think this is game, as he's about to be cleared out at this point as well. Bombers coming in to clear the buildings. Doesn't actually catch much as the buildings were already empty, but... still, lots of firepower going in here. All those tanks, good fire support at the back. Smoke still going down there for the command. Some 105mm cannons coming in there. And there's the surrender. Commiserations, Jasp, that was a rough game. Razzmann played it very well. Even with his cheesy smoke. Even with his cheesy smoke. Let's have a quick look at the kills and losses there. Obviously, Razzmann got a lot more kills. SAS didn't do a huge amount in this game. There weren't a lot of choppers for them to shoot down. That Warrior Milan did well. Killed all 3 of those Scorpions in the end. Milan 2 doing well. SAS, this one did alright. Over at the other side... Leo 203, obviously. We're not even going there. There weren't that many massively standout units other than the tanks there, were there? the Leos. And then everything else was kind of 3, maybe 4 kills. Jaeger. Yeah, nothing too stand out in that game, to be honest. How many commands did Razzmann lose? And how many commands did Jasp lose? Very curious. 1 command. 1 command each. 2 commands Razzmann. 2 commands each. 3 commands Razzmann. 4 commands Razzmann. 4 and 3. 4 and 4. And I think that was it. Yeah. So they both lost 4 commands there. Lots of commands dying. Good game though, guys. Let's hop straight into game number 2. Welcome back to game number 2 with Razzmann and Jasp. Razzmann once again in blue on the left, playing as the 2nd Panzer Grenadiers. And over on the right in red, we have Jasp playing as the 27th. So, I think it's fair to say that we should point out Razzmann said he'd never played on this map before. It is one of the new maps, to be fair. Let's have a look at what he's got down. So he's got over here FS Jaeger and an FS Milan heading up here. He's got a Lux heading over to the same area, and a Fliegerforce also heading to Bravo. Here he has a Jaeger Aufkul and a Recon Chopper heading into the center, not actually pushing into Foxtrot there. At this side, looking towards the city, he has some FS Jaeger and Milan 2s heading into there. He's also got more FS Jaeger and Milan 2s heading into various positions around here. And he's got some Jaeger Aufkul heading into Echo, deep into Echo actually. And then the back here he's got a Gepard and a couple of Fliegerforce. Now, what's gone wrong here immediately is Razzmann has put down forward deployment troops without forward deployment anti-air available. Because the Fliegerforce and everything are back here. And over on the other side we have the 27th. And the first thing I'm going to do is point out 2 Mi-24Ks, 1 heading here, 1 heading here. Those forward deployment troops are going to get minced. I mean, they are going to get absolutely wrecked. Even if you buy a plane right off the bat, these things are going to do a lot of damage, and it's likely that Jasp will also buy a jet right off the bat if he sees one at the other side. But let's have a look. So we've got Spetsnazvedka spread out here. Both sides of Echo. We have Spetsnazvedka heading into Zulu and just into the center of the town there. Got Motostocky Metis heading into Echo, and here we have BMP 2Ds, Estrella and a BTR 80K all sort of spreading about in the center here, and that command heading into Alpha and then Zulu. So we've kind of got Jasp going for a lockdown of these 3 points, and sort of at the moment ignoring Foxtrot and Bravo. He may regret that. It's kind of important to have Foxtrot and Echo on this map, if nothing else. In fact, some people would argue that if you're on Jasp's side, you need to control Bravo, Foxtrot, Echo, and Alpha, and you ignore these 2. But I've seen a lot of occasions, including in my own game, where I've gone and capped Zulu from this side and just held these 4. But let's get into the action. As I say, we know exactly what's going to happen right off the bat. We're going to see some mangling of some forward deployment troops. So we'll get ourselves nicely situated up here. Spin ourselves around so we can see those helicopters coming in. The other thing Razzmann doesn't realise yet, but he will realise during the game, is that this tower block here gives fantastic line of sight. But I don't know if he was aware at the start of the game. I think he realises during. And there's those Mi-24Ks, and immediately there you go, a MiG-29 is out to defend them, just in case Razzmann has any ideas about bringing in his own. He's utilising the MiG-29 to go for a helicopter himself, and there's the Mi-24Ks railing on those FS troops. Look at the damage being done here, absolutely mangled. Tornado coming in, but being engaged already by the MiG-29 and has had to evac. MiG-29 going for the kill there. Does it get it? We'll see if it pops up at the side. I think that tornado got out there. Mi-24Ks didn't kill as much as I expected. Fliegerforce arriving now as well. Has managed to kill some of the forward deployment stuff. MiG-29 there, taking quite a bit of fire, and we'll have to go back and repair. And Fliegerforce now able to engage the Mi-24Ks. But the damage was done. It slowed down Razzmann. It stopped him being able to push very far. Good opening for Jasp. Currently +3 as he's capping points. Over at this side of the map, obviously, Razzmann in complete control as Jasp didn't send anything over here. Not a lot of units there, but more than enough to just hang on for the moment. Over the centre here, we're seeing a lot of stuff arriving now and reinforcements being called in for Jasp. He wants to lock this down. Obviously, these centre points are very important on this map. There's always a lot of fighting over these two. This is the dual version of the map, which means that, you know, all these points are worth 1, except the very back points. So it makes for a longer game, and it's all about control. You don't necessarily need to rush about on this map. A little bit of skirmishing down here. BMP 2D just railing on these units. Jaguar engaging the BMP. BMP goes down. Jaguar gets the kill. Razzmann has managed to get a couple of units in these buildings here. But the command is in for Jasp. He will now go to... Oh, Razzmann has capped a point in the meantime. +2 to Jasp once more. That's the 2-pointer capped for Razzmann. Where is he going with that command now is the question. Let's have a little look. He's going to try and get into here. Where is it going? It's going past his Jasp's forces. That is bad pathing. Is he going to realise in time? I don't think he is, you know. Oh, he's just realised there, but it's getting shot at from the side. Oh, and the BMP-2D gets the kill. Nightmare pathing. Absolute nightmare. Razzmann's infantry getting railed on a bit here. He is calling in a command for the other side now, and lots of reinforcements for the centre. Various reinforcements appearing at this side of the map for Jasp. Eventually he will need to push this side. Hopefully he doesn't get too bogged down in the city. That is a trap you can fall into on this map, I think, is this city. It's easy to fall into this, I must hold the city, I must push the city. But the reality is, if you can just hold the line, you don't need to push it and turn it into a meat grinder. If you can control these 2 points, and if that one as well, great. And then focus your attention over here. And cap these. There's a lot of open ground. You want tanks and things. You want ATGMs. All come in handy. Jasp pushing up through this point. Currently +2 Jasp with a nice lead on points already. Certainly the opener has gone in his favour. Can Razzmann wrestle it back though? Come on, Jasp, you've got to beat Razzmann this time. I need to see him lose again. Need to see him lose. Because he's playing the same deck again that's called Bandanner Sucks or something similar. Gina rockets coming in for the centre there. Is there much AA? There is a Strela 10M3 there. Oh, Strela doing the business. Gina's, how much health do they have these days? Just the 6 health now. Just the 6 health. Same as the Alpha Jets. So Strelas will kill in one hit. Two of them go down. An expensive little foray into the point for Razzmann. Conker's here, able to fire across at these units coming in as reinforcements. What is the range on that? That's pretty good. I mean, it can see this road here. That's pretty nice. It takes the missiles a while to reach, though, is the issue. Jasp still pretty good control here. Finally, Razzmann moving a command into the point opposite, so it will be neutralized. Slow build-up of forces around here. The Mi-24K is knocking around there. There's not a lot of anti-air, just a Fliegerforce at the moment, so a little bit of aggression with those Mi-24Ks may net him that side of the map as well. But obviously he's being more cautious as time has passed, where you can sort of flail around with your helicopters, as usually there's more anti-air in by this point. Razzmann moving around down here. There's not a lot of units here at the moment for Jasp. More than enough to just hold the line. He's being quite pushy with those Motorstrelky RPG-27s in this middle point. Command finally arriving there for Razzmann, so he's now neutralized. Jasp on 540 points. Not a bad start. Nice kill on the resupply there. More reinforcements being called in here, though. Spetsnaz not doing a bad job from their building. Lots of fire going down here. These squads already damaged. Metis being pushed up from this side as well. Motorstrelky in the center there, not doing so well. Are receiving fire from the Leo 2A3. Gina Rocket on the way back in, looking for killing the Spetsnaz. And they get it. Igla will fire, but does a lot of damage, doesn't get a kill. T-80BV moving in over there. And there will come a time when Jasp will need to hard push this side. Currently he's sending 2 squads of Motorstrelky across the open field. That is really risky. There isn't actually much there that can fire at them right now, though. But the FS Jaeger will be in position to do so shortly. So I expect them to get very much gunned down before they make the buildings. But we'll see. They might reach it. And Mi-24K is pushing in here. They're going to come up against the Fliegerforce pretty quickly. They need to just aggressively push that. They're great fire support for the Motorstrelky, but they need to go after the AA as well. I've managed to get out of range of everything, but the Gepard has moved in. Did plenty of damage to the infantry in those buildings, though. Artillery coming in the buildings as well. Motorstrelky didn't fare too badly from that in the end. Could have been a lot worse. Not many units in this middle point now for Jasp. And over at this side, the line has been held. There is nothing here for Razzmann anymore. Jasp obviously doesn't know it, but he'd have a free path to move a command into that point and net him quite a few points right now. That would be a +4 if he took that. But he's not pushed that way. Razzmann focusing over this side to stop the eventual push that needs to come from Jasp. In fairness, I say the eventual push. Technically, Jasp wins the game if he just holds the line now. He doesn't necessarily need to get more points. He could just hold the line. I don't think he will, because I fully expect Razzmann to start trying to take points using his smoke tactic to take points. He seems to have forgotten he called a supply vehicle in here. There's nothing for it to resupply anymore, and the Menace will probably get the kill on that. There it goes. Artillery coming in on these buildings here. What artillery is that? I assume 155 mil, but 152 mil, sorry. Just aiming to destroy the building, I guess. Units have been moved out of it. Over at this side, there is a tornado flittering around. Perhaps looking for a kill on those choppers if they come back. Nice accuracy from that artillery piece, obviously. Is that our special one? It is indeed our special guided indirect option. Some artillery or something at the back there for Razzmann as well now. What is that back there? 155mm cannons hitting that area where the tank was. Will do some damage to the infantry in there. Razzmann got a bit of a push going on in this central point. He is bringing a command over as well. Over at this side, very little happening at the moment. BMP's being redirected to assist at this side. Razzmann has managed to get in this point, and there's the command coming in. No smoke for it, though. BMP's here providing fire support against this building. There is a Milan in there, though. So that BMP goes straight down. Command is in this central point. No counter command in there. Quite aggressive here from Razzmann. He's bringing in his other Leos. Infantry in this building looking a bit mangled. Lots of ATGMs coming across from those BMPs. That Leo 2A3 getting absolutely wrecked there. Currently stunned. Does it go down? Oh, it does go down. The T-80BV got the final blow there, I think. T-80BV takes a shot from Milan 2 at the other side, though. Gepard taking fire from those missiles and goes down. Here's Razzmann smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke on his command. But all the infantry pushing in there from Jasp. The infantry caught out a little bit in the open at the moment. He's pushing those Leo 185s into those Multistrike with the RPG-27s. That will not end well for those Leos. The 185s will get smashed. Very strong RPGs for the 27s. Command being retreated out the point now. Jasp's command is back in. Currently +1 to Razzmann, though. Infantry being pushed straight up into that point. I expect we're hearing some more smoke coming in. Smoke going in. Is that our actual shots rather than smoke for this time? I think it is. Not striking, make it into that building, clear it out. Very effective counter push there from Jasp, but did net Razzmann a few points. Over at this side of the map, not much happening at the moment. We will need to see a push from Jasp at that side if he wants to gain a lot more points. Some Jaeger Aufkel finally arriving here, and some Jaeger to help defend this side. Razzmann just leaving a buffer there. Wow, Fuchs Milan's pushing in here along with the Leopards. That was smoke he dropped at the other side of this point. I assume to stop the BMPs and the T-80s firing in. So that they can fire at the infantry in the buildings. Do see the BMPs pushing up here against those Milans. Milan's managed to get a kill though. Artillery coming in on the Milans as well. These poor infantry in the building there being ripped apart by the Leo 105s. Milan 2's building is gone. BMP's firing across at these Leos. Nice. Oh, stunned, but doesn't get the kill. So close, yet so far. The Milan is down. The other Milan remains in that building. Artillery used against Pulmachiki there to rout them from the building. Lots of fire coming from these tanks. 2 Leo 2A3s being pushed in here now. No real movement at the other side of the map. It's all fighting over this point at the moment. What have we got coming in from Razzmann's side? Let's spin us around. Got a load of Jaeger being pushed into this middle point now. T80 BVK smokes itself. Artillery coming in on that building. The Sapri RPO. No more commands as yet. There is a Fuchs command obviously still sat back there. And a Sultan command being brought in now. I feel like Razzmann is going to lose a lot of commands in this point. Lots of fire coming across at those Leos from the T80s. 2 T80 BVs there. That's plenty of firepower. The BVK. The BMP still remaining. He has lost a few BMPs though in this game so far. Smoke going down where those tanks were coming in. I hear the helicopters at the back here. What are they up to? We now have the Mi-24Ks and an Mi-24V rocket attack that can do a number on tanks. Loads of smoke going down. Loads of smoke. That's from Jasp. I think that's to stop the fire support. T80s here engaging on the Leo 2A3s. And all those Fuchs Milans being moved in. The T80 BVs not faring well here. One badly damaged, will have to be retreated. The other just struggling to get hits on. BMP is able to fire now. T80 BVK being moved in to assist. Has forced a rank up of that T80 BV, which has now smoked itself. Where is that T80 BVK going? BMP firing missiles across. Loses its target. Missile away for the T80 BV. Gets a hit, I think. Loads of missiles from the back now piling in. T80 BVK taking a lot of missiles to the front. Is withstanding. 2 Leopard 2A3s do get out alive. Anything happening at this side? No. Just holding the line. Smoke going down at this side against the BMP-2D. There's the command going back in that corner for Razzmann. Fuchs parking behind that building. Oh, beautiful shot. Did you see that? Oh, wow. Between the hangars. T80 BV gets a kill on the command between the hangars. That is absolutely devastating. You can, if you get the angle just right, the line of sight tool's a bit funny because of the increments it goes up. But if you catch it just right, you can see through that gap. Same at this side, if you get the gap just right, see? Oh, that's devastating. What a shot from the T80. What a shot. 4 Leo 2A3s here now. So many of them. Those helicopters being moved in to engage. Flieger forced. Already firing at them though. Oof. That was a nasty hit. BMP-2Ds pushing up against the Leos here. I don't know if you can see them. I'm assuming not. 18 minutes left of this game. T80BV at the back here, firing across. Helicopters are in range. The Gepard has been moved up to engage them as well. Tornado gets a kill on the helicopter. Tornado goes down, though, to the Strellas. Lots of fire going down, lots of side shots. These Leopard 2A3s are in so much trouble right now. He's lost one. He'd be lucky not to lose another. I think this missile should miss. I'd be surprised if it doesn't, but you never know. It does miss, I was going to say. That would have been very lucky. Those Leopards in a very bad way. Very stressed out. Command still smoked in this corner. Loads of reinforcement infantry arriving for Jasp. He will push in there. T-80s being utilised to hammer those buildings and the infantry in there again. Currently +1 to Razzmann. Surely not going to last much longer. Loads of supporting fire from both sides. HE bomber comes in there. And did it drop on? Oh, it did drop. It took a while for the bombs to land on that building. All the infantry dealt with. One Leo pulled all the way back. The other two quite far forward here. The command is dead once more. Back to neutralized. Nice hit on the Leo 1A5 there. Still this Milan 2 in that corner building. Hasn't been spotted because it's not fired in a very long time because it's out of ammo. BMP2 going for a kill on the Fuchs Milan there. Does get the kill. Milan 2 will fire from that position though. Lots of smoke going down. Good tactic here. Jasp is stopping the fire support from those Leo 2A3s. It's pretty effective, actually. Power 1 there, getting a kill on the BMP2, I think. Conquer's M being brought in at the bottom here, into that town area. Leo 2A3 taking a lot of fire again. It's another one badly damaged. T-80's pushing up. They don't want to overextend here. Oh, that Leo 2A3 though, not in the best position. Does have to retreat into the smoke. Good use of the smoke by Razzmann when he needed it. It's not his smoke, really. It was blocking his fire support. That Milan 2 still has ammo at that side. All of these Marders have arrived in the center here with the Panzer Grenadiers. He's pushing across. There's a lot of Panzer Grenadiers out in the open. The Motorstrelki are not going to fare well against all that autocannon fire. One Leo 1A5 there. And I think the Leo 2A3 is repaired. Two badly damaged 2A3s still. Where are all these Marders going? Straight into all of the T-80s. And they don't have any Milans on them. Yeah, awkward positioning for those Marders. Loads of smoke going down over here now. What is that for? Are we about to see a push from Jasp into this area? His units are fairly far back if he is doing that. He's got a few tanks and things built up in there, including the command tank. Could just be a distraction. Keep an eye on that for a minute. All these Panzer Grenadiers moving in now. I'm not sure what he hopes to achieve. There's not a lot of buildings left for them to sit in. And he's going to be under a lot of supporting fire from the other side once he gets far enough in. One badly damaged T-80 reversing off, but there's still a T-80BV, BMP. There's various spruts at the other side, which will hit stuff in these buildings, I guess. Oh, here's the push. Look at this. There's a lot of smoke gone down. The Leo 2A3 that's repaired, and the 1A5 being rushed over to assist. These units smoking themselves. I mean, this is a Q move all. Even the supply vehicles going in. Makes for a good distraction. Oh, bombs dropped in front of them. Minimal damage. Good reverse there. Strela got a nasty hit, but otherwise looking pretty good. Leo's being pushed into the T-80s here. Oh, Leo 2A3 immediately pummeled from multiple sides. Very crossfire. T-80 BVK takes this point currently +2 to Jasp. This is a good push. He's in the point. His infantry have moved up as well. He's not got many infantry there, though. The Marder's trying to push across the middle of the map here. Obviously taking lots of fire. And there's the surrender. Well done, Jasp. Commiserations, Razzmann. I'm glad you lost. No, well played to both players there. Obviously, significant difference in kills to losses in this game. More in Jasp's favour than the previous game. MI24K there. Look at that at the start. Absolutely wrecked everything. Strela 10M3 did amazing. The 10M3 is really good. Artillery piece obviously doing a very good job as well. Over at the other side, Leo 1A5 did well, but nothing really stand out. I think for me, I'm going to give MVP to the Strela. Purely because I like Strelas, and I think that's very impressive, the new one doing so much. MI24K did well as well, but that was kind of expected. Good game, guys. 2 very good games. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. Please do like, share, subscribe. Stay tuned. There will be more WARNO during the week. And I'll see you all soon.